If you look at the next poem, if you look at the next one, Conform or Perish, this almost is a kind of a takeoff from where she left with You Need a Form to Pray. And I'd request Akkai Padmashalli to read this poem for us.
Before she does, I want to mention this, and mention this very proudly. This was when I was in college. I was still a young, impressionable child, if you would like to call me that. I watched a documentary that spoke about gender, spoke to me about gender for the very first time. To me, gender and sex were the same thing until I grew up to be 24, 25. Not 24, 21, 22 when I was in college. But there came a time when we were actually discussing gender in a very large perspective, in a very wide, broad perspective. Sorry, being an English teacher can be a pain sometimes, yes. Right, so a time when we were viewing the canvas of gender in a broader perspective. At that point I watched a documentary that entailed the lives of transgenders, sexual minorities, people who lived a different kind of life. And different only from our point of view. For them, that was the normal point of view, right? Points of view can be, everything is a point of view, right? There was this one really, really brave person in that documentary that inspired me to write Conform or Perish. And to my surprise, a few weeks ago when I was training in one of the colleges, so instead of mentioning it a little while ago, I walked through that corridor and I see this strong person walking in, and I couldn't believe it, because here's a person who was the muse for one of the poems, who was walking into that corridor. I was excited. I don't know if she found it a little strange that I actually just rushed into her. That's the only phrase that I can come up with. I actually rushed into her and held her and I said, "Oh my God." That's all I said. I mean, she didn't know why, she didn't know what. She was still looking. She's probably used to that kind of attention somewhere, but then, you know, I wanted to tell her so many things, but I couldn't, because that was the brave person that we saw in the documentary, and that caused me to write that poem. You know, somebody who's talking about not conforming, because she does not want to conform. She wants to make a choice. She dared to make a choice. And what a dare that was. You know, today she's not just inspiring her own self, she's not just inspiring people like me to write a few verses. She's actually making people aware of the fact that gender is something that evolves over time. Gender is a state of mind. Gender is a lot more than just conforming to certain norms of being boy, girl, man, woman, not so man, not so woman. She's able to inspire that in young people today, and I feel so happy, so proud and so strong sitting next to somebody who is as strong as she is. So yes, and she is the only person who should be reading this poem.
Thanks, Saranya, for inviting me. Thank you once again for chairing this meeting, and thanks for listening to the book. I should take this space. It's my privilege and honor to be here today to release the book, and of course for a phone invitation by Saranya Francis. You have to come and release this book, and she demanded that you have to read this page number 29, which talks about conform or perish. Who decide to conform? Who decide to perish? It's a question, it's a question, it's a question to all citizens of this world. Okay? I did not decide the culture. I did not decide the tradition. I did not decide the gender. I did not make the norms. But I shall demand that what I want to be. That's the society that I'm looking for. Suddenly when you phoned me and when you sent the link to my email ID, akkaipadmashalli@gmail.com, I had an immediate meeting with my colleagues and with my community members, talking about this poem and reading this poem and explaining them and to get their feedback. In that discussion, I should say that you're not just a teacher, a trainer, or a person involved in things. You are a person with activism will. Yeah? Your activism will. Why I say that is that because the poem will not definitely indicate for a particular reason or etc. It changes people's life. It changes people's mind. It changes people's attitude. It is that. Thank you for clapping my time. Yes. I feel pain to read this poem. I feel upset to read this poem. I don't know how I might be quite emotional, but still I love to read this. Conform or perish. Conform means you have to follow these norms. Perish, if you're not following, just die. Or just face the violence that what I am giving against you. Be mum, say yes. Wait your turn, submit. Don't read, don't disagree. Don't reason, be a dim wit. Why would you want to be the one? Why could have a go at the decision? Why should you rebel the set norm? Why should you rebel the set norm? Why should you rebel the set norm? Why dare to break the tradition? Colors are merely illusions. There's only black and white. There's only black and white. There's only black and white. No, no, never choose the color purple. No, no, never choose the color purple. You will be swallowed by blue spite. Can you bear the toil that confronts? Each one who dares to choose, choicelessness is the only truth. And your choice is lonely news.